this is the Stack Monster here. You tuned in to Stack Monster Productions. Tonight, we are coming to you live on recorded television from the McKinnon Middle School in Wharton, New Jersey. The scene and the stage where 3 years ago, whoa, somebody bumped my camera, but that's okay, I have a tripod. So a couple of years ago, back in 2012, the Wharton Hornets made it all the way to the championship game, falling in a close contest to the Mendham Township squad by 7 points. But we're here now, fast forward, it is now 2015. Can you believe it? Where has all the time gone? So anyway, tonight we are here for the first round Morris County Middle School Tournament basketball game between the Wharton Hornets and the Butler Bulldogs. The tip-off will occur in approximately 1 minute and 50 seconds. So I want you to settle in your easy chair, get cozy, put on a nice toasty blanket, a robe, something on a cool winter's night, and get ready for some basketball action on the Hornets Television Network and Stack Monster Productions. So get ready for some basketball action. Number 2 seeded Wharton Hornets versus the number 7 seed Butler Bulldogs on Stack Monster Productions. And the fans are going nuts. It is a high energy, high octane evening. Will we even get any video? Inquiring minds want to know. As everybody's on their feet, it's standing room only, and Coach Joe Nufrio over in the corner, getting the troops ready for battle. As the clock is set at 8 minutes, the referees go over their final instructions at the scorer's table. The Butler Bulldogs prepare for battle. Hands up in the air. And the Wharton Hornets get ready to take the court. Valerio, number 18. He's chomping at the bit. He's like a ravenous dog, a rabid dog, waiting to get out there and take a bite out of the opponent. Get ready for basketball action. Go up high here at Stack Monster Productions to get a view. We'll have to come up with something. This is not going to work with all these exciting heads in the way. The opening tip into Francis Babe, and he says, "I got you, babe! I got you, babe!" Sonny and Cher, 2-0. Number 6, Francis Babe. I go to my handy cheat sheet as the Butler Bulldogs knock down a bucket. 2-2 is the score. I go to my handy dandy cheat sheet right there. We'll give you the opening lineup. There's a bucket. Who scored that bucket? I don't know. Somebody knows. 4-2 Hornets. Number 18, Sam Valerio. Number 6, Francis Babe. Number 23, Tyler Wagner. Number 14, Nick Carlotti. And number 3, Adam Yeager. Yeager takes it on the wing. Dribbles out. Kicks it out to Babe. Babe surveys the court, finds Valerio. Pitch and catch. Back to Babe. Into Carlotti. They kick it out. Valerio, lefty, shoots. He drains it. He drains it from 3, and it's 7-2. Babe in the backcourt, full court pressure. There's a push on the play. Difficult to tell who the foul call was against. We have a timeout as I look for higher ground. here on Stack Monster Productions and the Hornets Television Network. Let me give you a disclaimer right now. I also do Morris Hills Knights and New Jersey Thunder basketball action and the Morris Hills Lady Knights. And it is quite possible that I may lapse into a Knights television network or a Thunder television network. If I do, who cares?
Hey, let's go!
We get ready as they take the court following a timeout. Butler has it. They trail by 5. 6 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock. First quarter action. Number 2 handles the ball for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs come in as a number 7 seed. 2 takes it. Babe got a hand up, forced the pass to the right. Valerio almost picked it off. They get it inside, 35 to the basket. Blocked by 14. Carlotti, foul on the play.
Good job!
Number 33 picks it up. Number 3, Adam Yeager from Wharton, New Jersey. Of course, they're all from Wharton, New Jersey. Gets the ball in the Babe. Babe brings it up over half court. Babe takes it back from Valerio. Valerio in the corner. Runs into a Butler Bulldog. He picks up the offensive foul. That might be the second on Valerio. I think he might have picked up that first foul. And judging from the fact that Coach Nufrio went immediately to the bench and tapped number 21, Liam Gray, on the shoulder, said, "Son, you got to go in, a little Gray's Anatomy and dissect the opponent." To which he says, "Sure, Coach, I can do that." And Valerio will take a seat with 2 personal fouls early in the first quarter. We have our first suitcase of the game. If you're not familiar with Stack Monster Productions, anytime a boy goes traveling, he gets a suitcase.
You can't do that.
First suitcase of the game. 6 minutes, first quarter. Into Wagner. Wagner's too strong. Layup, Banks up and over. 5:55, 7-2. Hornets. Babe looks for a lane, kicks it out to Carlotti. Carlotti turns around to left, finds Babe. Babe from 3, front rim. Grabbed by 12 for the Butler Bulldogs. They swing it right. I'm holding my camera. 3 from the corner by the Bulldogs. It's a long 2. Check that. 7-4, 5:26 on the clock. Babe, 3-2 zone by the Bulldogs. Set up in a 3-2. Yeager has a look inside the arc. He backs it off the glass. Adam Yeager says it may be after 8 o'clock at night, but the bank is open. Yeah. Triple team. Gray, Wagner, Carlotti there. Yeager forces the ball outside. Hand up in the face. Bucket good. 9-6.
Hey, let's go, Francis.
Babe over to Carlotti. They move it around the perimeter, looking for something inside. Bounce pass in, picked off by the Bulldogs. 35 to the hoop. Score the bucket. First personal on Yeager. Bucket is good. Closes the gap to 9-8 at the 4.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Shushes all around.
You know the Muffin Man?
Hush. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Offensive rebound off the miss and a putback. And just like that, Butler Bulldogs grab a 1-point lead, prompting Coach Nufrio to take the timeout. And we'll pause here for station identification. You are tuned in to the Wharton Hornets Television Network, a subsidiary of Stack Monster Productions. And the Wharton Hornets trail with 4:19 to go in the first quarter. The Butler Bulldogs by a score of 10-9. We're coming back at you on Stack Monster Productions. Jaeger in the Bays. Knights are gonna, Knights, I told you I'd do it. Jaeger gets, they didn't call foul, but number 14 deflected out of bounds for the Bulldogs. I told you I'd slip into some Knights, probably the Knights since it's in season for high school basketball. As my two older children attend Morris Hills High School, the Morris Hills Knights and the Morris Hills Lady Knights. Turnover on the Hornets. They trail 10-9 with 3:51 to go in the first quarter of action here at McKinnon Middle School. Back to what I was saying, the Wharton Hornets are going to have to move the ball quickly and try to get the Butler Bulldogs off balance with their 3-2 zone. The Hornets themselves setting up in a 2-3 zone. Rattles around, doesn't go down by the Bulldogs. And the Knights have possession with an opportunity to take the lead on this possession. Number 18, Sam Valerio on the bench with 2 personal fouls in the first quarter. Francis Babe gets up hobbling.
That's a walk.
He says, "I'm okay, coach. I'm staying in the game, don't you worry." 3:12.
Hey, it's all good.
Apparently there was a turnover on the Bulldogs. They called a suitcase. Jaeger into Babe. Babe changes it! Adam Jaeger, number 3, picks up the assist. Francis Babe gives the Hornets a 1-point lead. There's a miss on a 3-pointer by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs grab the rebound, take it to the hoop, and lay it in for 2 points for a 12-11 lead. Wagner picks up the foul for the Hornets. Bulldogs at the line can take a 2-point lead if they knock this free throw down.
Mashed potatoes.
Carlotti grabs the miss. I'll clear my throat. A preemptive strike there. Babe out to Jaeger. Jaeger back to Babe. Babe into the paint. Floater's too long. Wagner grabs the board, but it slipped through his fingertips and through his legs. The Bulldogs come up with it as Skylar Kotzen ducks under the tripod. Lefty inside the 3-point line misses, but number 35 puts back in the miss for a 14-11 lead. Number 19, J.T. Knudsen, over to the scorer's table, set to check in on the next whistle for the Hornets. Hornets trail by 3 with a little over 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter of action. Babe, Gray tries to post up down low in the paint. Jaeger back out to Babe, skips through his fingertips. He's able to maintain. Jaeger looked for a lane on the baseline. Number 14 collapsed, took away the drive, and deflected the ball out of bounds. Knudsen replaces Wagner. Minute 40. Hornets trail 14-11. Babe into the paint. We have a suitcase down low. Butler ball. Chance of defense erupts here on the Wharton Hornets fan section. The student cheering section is where I'm at. They dish it to 35, he misses. Knudsen with the board. We have a jump ball. Hornets have it on the arrow. Shot by the Bulldogs. Grey's Anatomy dissects the boards. But there's a turnover on the ensuing possession. Bulldogs have it, leading by 3. Number 35. Ball fake over to the right, 14. Stolen by Babe. Babe, I'm leaving. I must be on my way. The shot was there to take and make. And Francis Babe cuts it to 1. Inside, the big man. Score the bucket and the foul. 16-13, 40 seconds. Knudsen picks up his first. Check that, number 14, Nick Carlotti with the personal foul. That's the 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs. The recipe for success on that, as the free throw attempt is no good, is to move your feet in the paint rather than reach. Get in a position defensively and take away those drives. The referee is less inclined to call the foul if you're in position. 17 seconds. Knights trail by Knights, I said it again. There we go. Hornets trail by 3. Tried to get it inside to Carlotti. It was deflected out of bounds by number 35. 10 seconds. The Knights could take this to a tie game if they could pop a 3 in the next 10 seconds. Yeager and the Babe. 9 seconds. Babe looks up at the clock. Gets it over to Knudsen. Knudsen. They call a suitcase on the night, on the Hornets. At the buzzer, off the backboard, we go to the second quarter with the Hornets trailing by a score of 16-13. Come back for the second quarter of action on the Hornets Television Network. You are tuned into Stack Monster Productions as the cheerleaders take the floor. The moment breathes on its own. Here I am up in the nosebleed section now, away from those raucous students. Valerio back into the game to start the second quarter. He's got to be careful defensively that he doesn't pick up a 3rd foul here in the first half. Bounce pass deflected to Yeager. Yeager moves the ball around. Valerio in the paint. Can't connect. On the ground. It's a jump ball. I'm breathing heavy. The air is a little thin up here in the nosebleed section. Eventually I'll actually figure out a way to secure my tripod on the ground. Number 21 from 3 over the backboard, and Hornets will have it. As I look for an opportunity to set down my tripod here. Action is over to the right as I fumble with my tripod. We like to call this a work in progress. Valerio banks it in off the glass and cuts the deficit to 1. The Hornets felt the absence of Valerio in that first quarter after he went out with 2 personal fouls, but were able to stay within striking range so Valerio can make it back into the game. Ball's deflected out of bounds off of the Hornets, and the Butler Bulldogs, with 6 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the first half, have possession in a 1-point lead, 16-15. Did I mention that you're tuned in to Stack Monster Productions? You can find Stack Monster Productions on www.youtube.com. An offensive rebound by the Butler Bulldogs. Good job by Carlotti getting down and dirty, and Carlotti forces a turnover as he ties up the loose ball. Babe sets the offense, finds Valerio. Valerio drives, feeds it in to Carlotti, but on the way into Carlotti, Valerio drew the contact. Personal foul on number 2 of the Bulldogs. Timeout in the action, a perfect opportunity to adjust my tripod. Yeah. Adam Yeager will inbound the ball off of the timeout. Butler comes up with a loose ball. Drive to the basket, floater off to the right. Carlotti squeezes it for the Hornets. Bulldogs have it on the tie-up. Inside the 35. Too strong, kicked out to Babe. Babe on the run. Babe's shot off to the left, out of bounds. Hornets have it. Yeager inside to Carlotti. Yeager picks up his second assist of the game. And Carlotti gives the Hornets a 1-point lead. Steal. Valerio to the bucket. Good. Score the bucket. And a 3-point lead, 19-16. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remain in the half. Chance of defense, ring out from the stands. Thankfully below me now. 3-pointers off the mark, offensive rebound, 35 takes it. Who did they get? We pray against all prayers that it's not Valerio. Carlotti, that's at least his second. Valerio is spared. One out of 2, it's 19-17. I think I might have my tripod situation rectified. No, please say it ain't so. They call an elbow on Valerio. That'll be his 3rd personal. What will Coach Nufrio do? Valerio is a key component for the Hornets, both offensively and defensively, as number 35 scores in the paint to tie the game at 19. Does he risk, with 4.5 minutes left, Valerio picking up his 4th personal and perhaps losing him for the entire game? They say that Gray stepped on the baseline. And Valerio will sit for the rest of the quarter, the rest of the half in fact, with 3 personal fouls. Babe goes for the steal. Isn't able to say, "I got you, Babe," to the ball on that particular occasion. The Hornets are getting into some serious foul trouble right now, as there's another whistle. I didn't catch the number on that one. Judging from the reaction on the court, it could be Tyler Wagner with the personal foul. But I just saw the motion from the scoreboard operator indicating that that is the 7th team foul on the Hornets. And that will pit the Butler Bulldogs in a bonus situation. They'll shoot the 1-and-1. If he makes the first one, he gets a second. But he does not. Wagner with the board. Francis Babe brings the ball over to Yeager. Yeager looked like he was ready to launch the shot there, but he elected to move the ball around. Shot by the Hornets, off the mark. Drive to the basket by 35. He slices through the defense for a 21-19 lead. 3.5 minutes. Yeager into the paint. Yeager up and in! Adam Yeager says, "I can slice and dice myself," and Adam Yeager throws a Jägermeister into the defense, and the score's tied at 21-21. And speaking of 21, I have no idea what I was about to say, but it was another foul, the 8th team foul on the Hornets. The Butler Bulldogs go to the line one more time.
Bless you. Bless you. God bless America.
As I receive blessings from all around. Thank you so much, my adoring fans. Does anybody got a tissue? Woohoo! Too long, too strong on the second one. Looks like they call a lane violation on the Hornets. And Bulldogs will get one more opportunity with 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the first half. If somebody comes through, and the Hornets pay for the lane violation as the free throw rattles around and goes down, 22-21. Yeager over to Babe. Babe going to the ground, finds Yeager. How did he do that? I have no idea. A little prestidigitation, or magic as they say, by Francis Babe. Yeager back to Babe. Bounce pass. Babe out to Yeager. Yeager with a look. Oh, they call an offensive foul on Babe. That should not result in free throws since it was an offensive foul. And that is indeed the case, as the Bulldogs will take it out on the sideline. I swing the camera left just in the nick of time. Whoa, what a play in the stands by an unexpecting mother. We have expecting mothers and we have unexpecting mothers. She was an unexpecting mother. The expecting mother, well, you know how that goes. That would be a mom that was having a baby. Of course, for all I know, she could be an expecting mother and an unexpected mother. But we may never know the answer to that question. Let's get back to some basketball action, shall we? Inside, another foul. 2 shots for the Bulldogs, who lead 22-21. .222 on the clock, second period. Butler has not been particularly efficient from the free throw line. and hence they only lead by 1. Coach Nufrio, no doubt, toying with the idea of settling down the troops for the second half, realizing that at the pace they're going, significant components to this team could foul out before this game is over. The free throw was a miss. However, an offensive rebound and a putback extends the lead to 3 for the Bulldogs. Number 7, I don't know his name, but he's in the game. We have a blocking foul on the night. Number 7 picks up the foul.
Red zone.
What is it?
Red zone.
Red zone? Red zone? Like, I think it should be red zone, like for the Super Bowl. I think it's red zone, but sounds a lot like red zone. Speaking of red zone, I think whatever team scores more efficiently in the red zone will win the Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Seahawks. Butler with another offensive rebound. Layup is missed. Francis Babe comes up with the rebound. 1:45 left in the half. Babe over to Yeager. Yeager back to Babe. Over to Yeager. 3-point deficit. Babe kicks it out. Gray. Suitcase on the play. Bulldogs with the ball in a 3-point lead. Drive to the basket. Miss. Gray squeezes the board. Over to Babe. Babe. Number 35 back defensively for the Bulldogs. Cuts off the lane to the basket. 1 minute to go. Yeager back to Babe. Babe from 3. Off to the right. Rebound Gray. Gray into the paint. They call a suitcase on the play. Bulldogs have it, leading by 3. With 30 seconds left. Kick ball out of bounds. Bulldogs reset. Number 14 into the game for the Bulldogs. No time off the clock as the ball's kicked out of bounds one more time. Bucket is good for a 27-21 lead. Babe. Hornets are more than likely going to have to start hitting some outside shots as Yeager takes one. It's long. Knudsen grabs the rebound, kicks it out to Gray. He's long. Inside Yeager. Yeager will go to the line for 2. Francis Babe says, "Good job, Mr. Yeager. Let's throw another Jägermeister into the bucket and cut into this 6-point deficit with 1.8 seconds remaining in the first half." Second free throw attempt. Rattles around, doesn't go down. Out of bounds with .3. It's going to have to be a catch and shoot. And they blow the whistle. No shot. We go to halftime with the score 27-21. Butler Bulldogs lead the Wharton Hornets. The Hornets probably didn't play as well as they would have liked in terms of foul situation, and one of their key components, Sam Valerio, sitting most of the half in foul trouble. So they'll look to settle it down. Despite all that, they're still within striking distance with a good opportunity to take this game in the second half. So we'll come back at you here at Stack Monster Productions as we close out the first half with a shot of the Wharton Hornets cheerleaders. Let's go, girls. Second half action has begun. We set the lineups. Valerio with the shot. Number 18 banks it in. Cuts the deficit in half, 27-24. Right now, the key question in the second half is, can Sam Valerio keep from getting his fourth and or fifth foul? Valerio is good enough to play a notch down and still be effective. Offensive rebound by Carlotti, number 14. Who was also sitting out in the first half with foul trouble. And you can see the difference that aggressive play with just a little bit of toning down can have if they score easily on their first possession. Stolen by Babe. Babe out ahead of the pack, loses the handle. Saves the ball from going down. Tipped away from behind by Valerio. Is going to have to be careful with reach-ins from behind. And see, that's what Valerio needs to do. He stood his ground, forced the guy to make a move around him. Now when that happens, the defense, the help defense, is going to have to step up and take away the lane to the basket. It is 29-26. Butler Bulldogs. We are in the third quarter of action at the McKinnon Middle School in Wharton, New Jersey. Roughly 30-some-odd seconds have elapsed here in the second half. Three-pointer by the Bulldogs is off the mark. Carlotti squeezes the rebound, gets it to Valerio. Valerio brings it up over to Gray, swings it right. Valerio has it. Wise move, he kicks it out. Valerio has it in the corner. Valerio, we have a foul down low. I see a one in another digit. I'm thinking Carlotti. He might have 3 or 4 fouls right now. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm in the ballpark as JT Knudsen heads to the scorer's table, and he'll take Carlotti's place at the next whistle. Three-pointer on the other end. Gray with the rebound for the Hornets. Valerio into the paint, pulls up short. They call an offensive foul. Right now, all the Butler Bulldogs are doing, they're just camping out in the paint and in the lane, setting their feet, holding their ground, and waiting for what just happened. That'll be the fourth on Valerio, as Wagner will enter on the next whistle as well. 35 with the miss. It's a 3-point game. It's 5 minutes and 19 in the third. Wagner into the game, replaces Valerio. With Valerio and Carlotti on the bench in foul trouble, who's going to step up for the Hornets and take the reins and help out Francis Babe? Is it Wagner? Is it Gray? Is it Yeager? Is it Knudsen? Ball's loose. Jaeger with the personal foul. 31-26. 4:55. Into the paint. Layup. Good. 33-26. Largest lead of the game. 7 points. Hornets look for an answer on the offensive end. Babe into the lane. Floater. Too strong. Kicks out to number 2. Number 2. Butler Bulldogs are going to be aggressive knowing that the Hornets are in foul trouble.
Sam wants me to go get him. I don't know what his pants must have been. Where's my coat? I need my coat.
Free throw attempt is off to the left. Second free throw, offensive rebound off the miss. On the ground, Wagner with a hand up, blocks that shot. Francis Bay. Over to Jaeger. Bulldogs stick to the 3-2 zone with a 7-point lead. Babe into the paint. Score the bucket as Francis Babe floats it on home at the 3:57 mark of the third quarter. Babe's bucket cuts the Hornets' deficit to 5. He grabs his miss, pulls it out, and draws the contact. First foul in quite a while on the Butler Bulldogs, but the extra possession obtained by Babe on the boards gives them an opportunity. And Francis Babe cashes in that opportunity and cuts it to 2, 31-33. As Francis Babe is on a 5-0 run. Stolen, no. Almost. Inside, big man. They call a suitcase. A suitcase. Give that man a Samsonite suitcase. Hornets. John 3:16 on the clock. Adam Jaeger with the ball. Dribbles out over to Babe. Babe drives, floats. It's good! Babe with 7 in a row! Ties the score! 7 in a row! Let's go to Vegas! Three-pointer off the mark. Rebound. Knudsen. Babe looks for a seam. Out to Jaeger. Jaeger handles at the point. Over to Babe. Babe, floater, no good. 35 with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Score tied at 33. Bulldogs, no, deflected out of bounds. Tipped by the Hornets. Three-point attempt off the mark. Tips out of bounds. Hornets ball. The Hornets trailed 33-26. Francis Babe has rolled 7s. Into the paint though on that one, he gets stripped. 24, lays it in for a 2-point lead. The Hornets had to be careful, they don't want to foul. Adam Yeager brings it up. Up the sideline. The ball just touched the sideline. And possession goes over to the Bulldogs. Chance of defense. A rise from the crowd. The call's on Liam Gray, number 21. 35 for the Bulldogs, goes to the line for 2 shots. First one rattles around, doesn't go down. He was not, I don't believe he was checked in at the score stuff. He did not blow the whistle to allow Carlotti to come into the game, and thus the referee awarded the Butler Bulldogs 1 additional foul shot. This time Carlotti will check it in the game, but 1 additional foul shot has been awarded to the Butler Bulldogs. Is it too much to hope for 3 misses in a row? No, it's not. As I put the whammy on the foul shooter, Yeager in the paint, rolls in, rolls out. Hornets trail by 2, 35-33, minute and a half. Miss, Carlotti with the board. They might have called Carlotti, I didn't catch it. As he came down with the rebound, he ripped the ball away. I don't know if they called a foul or a suitcase on him. But either way, the Hornets faithful are not pleased, and the Butler Bulldogs make the Hornets pay with a bucket and a 4-point lead at 37-33. 1:10 on the clock. Yeager from downtown, off the mark, offensive rebound by Gray. Liam Gray dissects the rebound and goes a little Gray's anatomy on the boards and the bucket. 3-pointer, miss. Offensive rebound by 24. Hornets have to do a job of boxing out. Nobody boxed out 24, and he had the easy putback and pushes it back out to 39-35 and a 4-point lead. Erasing all the joy from the Gray bucket. Turnover on the Hornets. 26 seconds left in the third. Carlotti with foul trouble back in the game. Does Valerio come out to start the 4th quarter, or does he sit a little bit longer in hopes that the Hornets can keep it close? We have a suitcase with 12.5 seconds on the clock, and the Hornets have an opportunity to cut into a 4-point deficit before the end of the quarter, I should say. 7 seconds to go. Babe from downtown, in and out. They want to pick up a foul at the buzzer, and you see the scoreboard. We go to the 4th quarter with the Hornets trailing the Butler Bulldogs by a score of 39-35. We have a little Hornets cheerleader action here, trying to get the crowd and the players pumped up for the 4th quarter. 4 points is by no means an insurmountable deficit. Components to a successful comeback: box out, don't foul, ball movement. Can they? Will they? Inquiring minds want to know. We have an answer to the question posed earlier? And that answer is yes. What is the question, you ask? Will Valerio start the fourth quarter? And he does. A chest bump between Valerio and Babe. Referee grabs the ball from the scoreboard operator, the tournament director, I believe. Hornets opening possession. But a pause as the referee with a nice hair blows the whistle. Moisture on the court? Perhaps. We'll take a quick timeout where they clear the floor of moisture. The wet spot is cleaned up, I think. And play is set to resume. As soon as Adam Yeager takes the ball from the official and tosses it in to Francis Babe. I quench my thirst with a Poland Spring, refreshing spring water. Valerio's shot is off the mark. 24 on the run. He misses, offensive rebound by 21. And he scores the bucket for a 6-point lead. Valerio into the paint, stops, pops, doesn't drop. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Yeager goes deep to Valerio. Valerio over to Yeager. Yeager with a look. Yeager, little long, little strong. Wagner with the rebound. He misses. Carlotti out to Babe. Babe, corner three, long, tip. Yeager squeezes the rebound. It was tipped by Wagner. Yeager over to Valerio. Valerio over to Babe. Back to Valerio. Valerio drives. Hits the deck. Ball's loose. Tie up. Possession arrow favors the Bulldogs. Bulldogs lead 41-35. 6 minutes, 57 seconds left in the opening round game of the Morris County Tournament. Hornets have been playing shorthanded most of the game with key players in foul trouble. There's a miss. They call a foul on the Hornets. I believe it was 23, Wagner. Bounce pass inside. Miss, 35 grabs another rebound. Another miss. Run down by the Bulldogs one more time. Three-pointer by number 2. Another rebound. Blocked by Carlotti. All ball, all ball, all ball, all the time. Nice move. Valerio goes around number 35. Camp in the paint. 41-37, 6-14. Wagner had good position. He had his hands up, but once he brought that right hand forward, hence the whistle. And 2 shots. 6 minutes, 1 second. Butler 41. Wharton Hornets 37. Free throw attempt. No. Liam Gray into the game. Wagner gets a breather. 24 launches. No. Gray, yes. Gray's anatomy. Inside. Picked off. Valerio tried to squeeze it to Carlotti. 35. Knocks it down. I think they whistled a technical foul on somebody. Not sure who they got, but they whistled a technical foul. Number 14 will go to the line for the Bulldogs, who lead 43-37. It's a 6-point game. First free throw is good. And is now a 7-point deficit. 44-37. Second one rattles around, doesn't go down. On the technical free throws, it's a double-edged sword because not only did they get the free throws and the bonus point, if you will, as one of two were good, but they get possession of the basketball. Knights, check out, the Hornets have to play good, solid defense. Now, 3-point attempts like that by the Bulldogs could open the door for the Hornets. Valerio can't connect, he gets the rebound. He takes an elbow to the chin. We have a timeout on the play by the Butler Bulldogs coach. The timeout comes with 5 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the game. And the Wharton Hornets trailing the Butler Bulldogs by 7 by a score of 44-37. Hornets need stops defensively, and they need to score the ball on the offensive end. And they need to do it by a factor of 8 more points in the next 5 minutes and 23 seconds in order to pull this one out. Valerio from 3. No. Tip. Grabbed by the Bulldogs. Stolen by Valerio. Valerio lays it in. Steal in the bucket. 44-39, a 5-point game. Full court pressure. Ball's loose. Ray defensively. Wraparound pass is good to number 24. Extends it back out to 7. Ray did what he could. Valerio short. Carlotti in, grabs the board. Long 2. Long. Loose ball. Jump. Hornets on the arrow. They can get 2 long threes to go in. This game will be tied. Gray puts it on the floor. Smart move. Too strong. Out of bounds. Hornets. 4.5 in the game. Valerio. Foul! Bucket! Chance for a 3-point play. The scoreboard continues to run. Scoreboard should have been stopped. They allow the scoreboard to run an additional 15 seconds. The scoreboard had 4 minutes and 30 seconds on it, and the scoreboard operator allowed it to run. What is going on?
Who it is? Are you surprised?
Valerio rattles in, rattles out. As the Hornets lose about 12 or 13 seconds of what could be precious time. Missed shot. side, miss. Rebound by 35. 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. Good defense by Yeager. Yeager goes around the screen. Stays on his man. Number 35 throws an elbow, no call. Down low, number 2 with the shot. Babe came across and fouled him on the shot. Two shots for number 2 of the Bulldogs. 3:52 remain. It should be a shade over 4 minutes at this point, except for the scoreboard operator and the timekeeper fell asleep at the wheel. Free throw is good. (47 to 41). Second free throw is good. 48 to 41. Francis Babe into the paint, float, good. 48-43. Right now with 3.5 to go, Butler does not have to take a lot of shots. They can work the ball around and try to force the Hornets to foul. Any outside shot that the Bulldogs, there's a suitcase. Any outside shot that the Bulldogs attempt would be in favor of the Hornets. The suitcase gives the Hornets another possession. 3:16, John 3:16, remain in the game. Carlotti, over to Babe, Babe to Carlotti, Carlotti, into the paint, throws it up. Wagner had a hand on it, couldn't corral it. 3 minutes. 5-point game. 48-43. 35. Wagner with the foul. Knudsen will check into the game. Valerio on the bench with an injured ankle. Looks like the left ankle. Probably an ankle sprain. Right now it's still a 2-possession game. 2 free throws could change that. Six points, 49-43. It's up to 7. Knights are going to need 3 possessions and 3 scores and 3 stops. Babe, rebound. Knudsen, no. The Bulldogs, will they slow it down? Timeout on the play. 2.5 remain. Bulldogs lead the Hornets by 7. Resume play following the Butler timeout. Hornets cannot afford to give up a bucket, and in fact need a turnover. Bulldogs don't need to shoot the basketball. Of course, if they get a point-blank layup, why not? And with a 9-point deficit and only 2 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock, Coach Nufrio calls a timeout. We'll stay live on the action and wonder what may have been if the Hornets were at full force, at full throttle, at full strength. Full timeout by Coach Nufio. Cheerleaders try their mightiest to spur on the Hornets. Hoping against all hope for an improbable comeback in the final 2 minutes. I've seen it done before on a basketball court. As recently as 10 days ago. Check that, 2 weeks ago. Morris Hills trailed with 3 minutes to go by 13 points to Mount Olive Marauders and came back and won 76-70 in overtime. But it's going to take 3 buckets. 3 3-point buckets. Renzone into the game, number 7. Babe, take it into the paint. Can't connect. The suitcase on the play with 1:44. The student section does not agree. At this point, the Hornets have to foul, but how many fouls do they have to give? None. First one is good, and the lead is at 10. And that should just about seal the deal with a minute and a half remaining. The Butler Bulldogs, Babe from 3, rattles around, doesn't go down, are going to pull off an upset victory over the Hornets, stolen by Knudsen in the gray, in and out. Foul from behind on the Hornets. Butler Bulldogs will be shooting free throws. And they'll take home a victory here at McKinnon Gym and advance to the second round of the tournament. Versus, I believe, Mendenborough. Jaeger back into the game. Francis Babe fouls out with 1:16 to go. .55-43. Miss on the second. Jaeger, floater, no good. Rebound, Gray, under the bucket, gets fouled at the 101 mark. Gray will shoot 2. Number 33 checks in for the Bulldogs. It was a good win for the Butler Bulldogs. They came in as a number 7 seed, trailed early in the game. However, foul trouble by the Hornets gave them the opportunity, and they cashed it in. Gray's second shot. Good rotation off the back rim. Turnover, Renzone comes up with the rebound. Good steal, Renzone. The shot off to the left, Carlotti. Board, put back attempt, miss. Whistle on the play. Carlotti picks it up. And he fouls out with 43 seconds remaining. Number 10, Gary, don't remember his last name. I believe his name is Gary. Number 10 checks into the game for the Hornets. First one rattles in, rattles out. Second attempt is good for number 35. The leading scorer for the Butler Bulldogs is number 35. He came on a mission today, and that mission was to score and win, and he did. Yeager from downtown. Shot is long. Number 35 did an outstanding job on the boards. Ball goes into the stands. Nice play down low by that girl right there. She says, "Whoa, I'm famous." The last minute is the longest. Banks in the first. At one point in the second half, Francis Babe scored 7 points in a row to tie the game at 33. Since that time, it's been a 24-10 run by the Butler Bulldogs to take a 57-43 lead in the closing seconds of the game. Yeager over to Gray. Gray wrong, offensive rebound by Knudsen. Miss. Layup on the other end is good. That's 59-43. And time will run out. And the Butler Bulldogs upset the Horton Hornets by a score of 59-43. Regardless of the score, sportsmanship prevails. You have been tuned in to Stack Monster Productions. You can find Stack Monster Productions on www.youtube.com.